Good morning. This is Beeping Deeply, episode 21, entitled Chronological Radiohead. I am going to play Radiohead, my favourite band, at least rock, sort of band, not like general artist. I'm going to play their tracks. I've selected 13. I'm going to play them in the order they were created and came out by our Radiohead. And I'm going to try to not chat for too long because I only just managed to squeeze these 13, unlucky for some but lucky for others, tracks into an hour, was by having them all completely back to back. If I'm talking over the music and the singing, I apologise. I'll try and do it as little as possible. Here's the first track from Pablo Honey, Thinking About You.
There's no rest. Should I still love you? Still see you in bed, but I'm playing with myself. What do you care when the other men are far, far better? All the things you got, all the things you need. Who bought you cigarettes? Who bribed the company to come and see you, honey? I've been thinking about you. So how can you sleep? These people aren't your friends. They're paid to kiss your feet. They don't know what I know. And why should you care when I'm not there? And there's no rest. Should I still love you? Still see you in bed, but I'm playing with myself. Why do you care when I'm not there? All the things you got, you'll never need. All the things you got, I bled and I bleed to please you.
Yeah, nice, that's nice. I thought the obvious choice was Creep, but a bit of trivia, Radiohead don't even really like that song, apparently. It was just their breakthrough one that was really popular. They obviously were the kind of band who like their more niche, experimental stuff themselves. A lot of artists do, I think. Me too, I do. I can't even create anything smash hitty. Don't think I could if I tried. Yeah, it's not really what I'm aiming for anyway. Anyway, moving on, we have Fake Plastic Trees from the Bends. This song is deep. The lyrics are deep, 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 like a lot of Radiohead. Here we go.
What you bought from a rubber man in a town full of rubber bands to get It wears me out. It wears me out. It wears me out.
Fake plastic trees. And yeah, the man who used to do surgery for girls in the 80s, but gravity always wins and it wears him out. I think one of a very clever what's the word? A very clever and observant line there by Tom York, the frontman and I think writer of most of the lyrics and songs. I remember pondering that at school a lot, where I first used to listen to this album actually. Not the Bends. Yeah, the Bends. Sorry, getting that wrong there. So next up we have Nice Dream, which is one of the few Radiohead tunes that are one of the few tunes that are less sort of moody and melancholic, and have a little bit more optimism and perkiness. Obviously, that's a slightly under exaggeration or over exaggeration. Do you know what? I'm really bad at working that out. But yeah, obviously they have some tunes that are just way too dark, and I don't even listen to those. Didn't listen to much, and don't listen to them ever anymore. But yeah, here's Nice Dream. Next up, barring Creep, has to be one of their most famous tunes, I imagine. Street Spirit, within brackets, Fade Out. The video was just next level, with some clever non-3D graphics trickery. They did some clever compositing work with different shots and clever filming of things and slow-mo moving stuff. Don't know if you remember it. I certainly thought it was amazing. Yeah, it was an amazing video. Yeah, back in the days when MTV or MTV2 used to have good stuff on it. Those good old days that are sadly now gone. All you see is twerking and Techie 969, whatever is bloody name is. Not a fan of him, if I'm not going to lie. Or much pop music at the moment. But yeah, back in the day, this was the bollocks. IMHO.
Rows of houses all bearing down on me. I can feel the hands touching me. All these things into position. All these things will one day swallow whole.
Machine will not communicate the thoughts and the strain I am under. What a line. Yeah, just one of the many classic lines from Radiohead. You've got to love them. Or you don't, but I think you do, personally. So moving on the subject of videos, Paranoid Android on the OK Computer album, the one that brought them to mega stardom. It's voted, but was, as I recall, voted in NME. Used to be the best album of all time. I pretty much agree. It's very moody, very dark, but super powerful. Motives. This is Paranoid Android. Great title. And the video was epic. Animated story. Yeah, beautifully crafted music video too. Check it out. It's Paranoid Android.
Fast against the
Heavy. Not as heavy as this next track though, Climbing Up the Walls. Renowned for the scream at the end, the primal scream. You're like, how did he manage to record it? Also at the end, the synth noises that they managed to get, the little broken, wobbly, trippy synth noises that come out into this track. Epic. It was the beginning of where they started to use a lot more synths, which I loved. Production was incredible. Climbing Up the Walls, reported to be about schizophrenia. So it has a little special place in my heart. Here's Climbing Up the Walls. Wow, just wow. I had to let the end of that one play out, as I'd mentioned, sort of commented on it earlier, just the ending outro there. Wow, that's a tune. It blows my mind actually every time. Bit Goosebumps. I think it's possibly one of my favourite tunes of theirs, pretty much ever. But yeah. Next up, Everything in Its Right Place. What happened supposedly after the OK Computer smash mega stardom? They did the greatest left turn, as some music journalists would say, in music history. When they were like, no, we're not going to do mad rock anymore, hardcore rock, we're going to do electronica and just do what we want and just experiment. So Kid A was born. And this is the track, Everything in Its Right Place, on Kid A.
In its right place, in its right place, in its right place, in its right place. Yesterday I woke up sucking on lemon. Yesterday I woke up sucking on lemon. Yesterday I woke up sucking on lemon. Yesterday I woke up sucking on lemon.
Then there's this track coming up, Optimistic, on Kid A, the one that wasn't electronic, one or two on that album that wasn't electronic. It's called Optimistic. Sounds optimistic, and it's where I get the idea of sometimes calling some Radiohead tracks optimistic, because they are more than some of the melancholiness that they normally harbour. Here's the track. Big fish eat the little ones. Yeah, very true. That has been true since the dawn of time, and we all crawled out of a pool of goo. Evolution, I believe it's called. So, next up. Yeah, the album after Kid A was Amnesiac. And from that track, I am playing Packed Like Sardines in a Crushed Tin Box. Quite long title there, quite imaginative though. Love this song, it's one of my faves. Mainly because of the synthy bass, which is very beautifully crafted. Incredible piece of sound design. And yeah, it's a great tune. So here we go. Packed Like Sardines in a Crushed Tin Box. Radiohead, smashing it in the arena of not super rock music. Here we go. Nice electronical sort of vibe, electronica. Of course, Tom York loves it, and Johnny Greenwood, who is the guitarist, is I believe the primary synth nerd and modular synthesis lover and tweaker of the band. Shout out to the whole band though, they are great. Brilliant in all different sorts of ways. So after Amnesiac was Hail to the Thief. They went back a bit more to instruments, and slightly. Sean Connery, may he rest in peace. Was just talking there through me for some reason. But yeah, anyway, Back Drifts. We have Back Drifts next. Love this track. It's got a bit of electronicalness aspect to it, but yeah, it's just still got that vibe, flavor. Radiohead. Here we go. Yes. Nice little outro there as well. Moving on, off the same album, it's Where I End and You Begin. Oh yeah, I did want to mention, didn't you, the pianos in that last track, awesome. Classic Radiohead chords as well, just the beautiful, well-crafted chords. Anyway, moving on, here's the next track, Where I End and You Begin. Yes, moody, but hypnotic melodies, rhythms, harmony. His voice is ethereal, I always find. It gets you, some people hate it. But I can understand, it's very unique. I can see how some people wouldn't like it. Certainly, it's one of the uniquest voices in music, male voices in music, in my opinion. Sort of angelic in some ways. Anyway, then there was Weird Fishes, Arpeggi, which is this next tune. Love the title, love the track. It's the penultimate tune, Weird Fishes.
Why should I stay? I'd be crazy not to fall. Follow where you lead. Your eyes, they tell me you're the phantom. I follow to the end of the earth. Fall. Yeah, everybody leaves. If they get the chance, it's my chance. I get eaten by the worms and weird fishes, picked over by the worms and weird fishes, weird fishes, weird fishes.
Yes, that was Weird Fishes Arpeggi. Finally, it wouldn't be Radiohead without a moody tune. This is possibly, I believe, the moodiest tune, in my opinion, that you're going to hear in this hour. So that was 13 tunes by Radiohead. I hope you enjoy them. I certainly did. And it was chronological from inception to where they are now. This is The Butcher, signing out. It's 5D. See you next time.